Chris Sutton rolls on by. Lee Horkey in the 7 out of Fairbury, Nebraska, going to be your pole sitter. Outside, it's Stacy Huffman, the 120 out of Salina. Row number 2, it'll be Paul Donovan, the 1 out of McCook, Nebraska. And from North Platte, it's Sage Luther in the 26S. Bree Marie, the 33B out of Lincoln, Nebraska. And Brady Skirtland, the 141 out of Norton. Lane Hill from North Platte, Nebraska, the 9L, lines up inside of row number 4. And Doug Beeman out of Fort Morgan, Colorado, the 24. And from Dodge City, it's the D14 at Derek Deckend. Green flag up in the air. Great start here for the 7 of Lee Horkey. Oh, trouble there in turns 1 and 2. Probably going to bring out the Rugged Radio's caution flag. Yes, it does. We've got 2 of them sideways back here in 1 and 2. So the 9 of Lane Heel going to be charged with the caution. Big break there for Bree Marie, the 33B. That's just kind of fun to say. She will get her spot back. So original restart, we will re-rack them. 9L of Lane Heel going to go to the tail for bringing out the caution. Single car incidents, you're 1 and done. Multi-car incident, they're just going to kind of run them how they normally are as he will go to the back. Other driver will get his spot back, but driver's ready to try this again. Next time by through the Bulletproof Tees restart zone. Lee Horkey, Stacy Huffman going to try it again. Out of turn number 4, going to pick up the throttle. Green flag going to go up in the air. Back to racing. Going to try this again for heat number 3. 1 and 2, Horkey once again your race leader. Here comes the 26X, Sage Luther. And a cowboy up on the outside line. Bree Marie to the inside. Now Marie and Huffman going to go side by side. Lap number 1. It's going to belong to the 7 out of Fairbury, Nebraska. Lee Horkey your leader. Lee Horkey, your race leader. Second, it's going to be the 1 of Paul Donovan. Bree Marie runs 3rd. Stacy Huffman, Sage Luther, the top 5. Luther tried for 4th. Got washed up the hill there by Stacy Huffman. Now Doug Beeman. Derek Deckend back into the mix. Wide back here in the tails. You have got Lane Hill, Sage Luther, and Doug Beeman. 6, 7, 8. Up front, really not missing much. Pole sitter Lee Horkey has led all, coming to be 5 of them this time by. The 1 of Donovan still runs in that 2nd spot. Bree Marie. Synchronized spinning over here in turn number 4, and that's going to bring out the Rugged Radio's caution flag. Doug Beeman, I believe Sage Luther get together. Is Luther just going to take that car pit side? Lineup's good. Lee Horkey, your race leader with 3 laps to go. Through the Bulletproof Tees restart zone. Again, Horkey can get it fired anywhere between those 2 feather flags down there in 3 and 4. Paul Donovan, Bree Marie, Stacy Huffman, green flag. Back up in the air. 9 of Lane Heel, Doug Beeman, and Derek Deckett making up your field here in this one with 3 laps to go from the restart. Getting a little dicey back here. 2 more trips around for the 7 of Lee Horkey. Good side-by-side action as Bree Marie going to dive to the inside. Bree Marie now up to the 2nd spot. Never mind, scratch that one out of the record books as there goes the 1 of Paul Donovan. Rockets back around as Marie to the inside once again. White flag, 1 more lap to go here for Lee Horkey in the 7. Down the back straightaway, Lee Horkey, Paul Donovan, Bree Marie, Stacy Huffman, and Doug Beeman. Top 5. Checkered flag here for heat number 3. It'll be in the 7 of Lee Horkey picking up the victory. Your winner, the 7 of Lee Horkey. 2nd will be the 1 of Paul Donovan. 3rd will be the 33B of Bree Marie. The 120 of Stacy Huffman and the 24, Doug Beeman, the top 5. Jack Kirchhoff out of Garden City, the 88J, lines up inside of row number 1 here for heat number 4. Dustin Lampy, the 01 out of Dodge City, lines up to the outside. And from Tecumseh, Kansas, the L26 of Luke Stahlbomber inside row number 2. 2 is outside from Holly, Colorado. It's the 9 of Bonnie Nordike. Tyler Watts, the 77 from Beloit. The inside of Riley Ostentowski in the 38 out of Columbus, Nebraska. Connor Barnes from Lindsborg, Kansas, the 7C to the inside of Jeff Ray out of Westcliff, Colorado, the 99R. Colton Boxham out of Osborne, Kansas, the 4C at your final starter. Here we go. Green flag out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway is Jack Kirchhoff. Kind of the same situation as his son Ryan, a new little adventure car for the Kirchhoffs of the first class design house there. Is Jack going to lead lap number 1. Jack got in a bit of a nasty wreck a little earlier, about the midpoint of the season at Dodge City Raceway Park. Kind of jumped up the car, had to take it back to first class, get it all straightened back out, get it all bent back out. The last month has made his return back into racing as right now. The always blue and yellow, but this time a chrome blue for the L26 of Luke Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber going to be the new race leader. That is a very, very nice looking race car. It's very simple, blue and yellow. The chrome blue on the L26 Mercedes. Colton Boxham going to go through a little excursion, brings it back down the front straightaway as Jack Kirchhoff though back to the race lead here on lap number 3. Luke Stahlbomber 2nd. Tyler Watts going to jump into the fray here. There's 3 cars trying to battle for the bottom side. Watch the lap car of Boxham as he's going to go to the bottom. Race leaders coming up rather quickly on the 4C is going to go 3 wide with lap traffic. Kirchhoff to the outside. Stahlbomber down around the bottom. Colton Boxham just trying to hold on to it. Now he's got Dustin Lampy and the 38 of Ostentowski to deal with. Kirchhoff, Stahlbomber, Watts, 1, 2, 3. Going to try to go 3 wide, side by side down the front straightaway. Jack Kirchhoff doing a great job up front as here comes Tyler Watts. Looking to the inside. He'll now move up into 2nd with 2 more laps to go. Stahlbomber back to 3rd. Ostentowski now up to the 4th spot. Connor Barnes going to go 5th. Colton Boxham has now made a sailboat out of turn number 4. Across the line he goes. White flag, 1 more lap to go for Jack Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff to the bottom in 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. He leads half a second last time by over Tyler Watts. There goes Colton Boxham up the hill once again. And checkered flag. Going to come on out. Heat number 4, it's going to go to the 88J Jack Kirchhoff. Second will be the 77W of Tyler Watts. Third will be the L26 Luke Stahlbomber. 38 of Riley Ostentowski and the 7C Connor Barnes, the top 5. Heat number 5. From Aurora, Kansas, Nathan Chaput in the 58C, and Jeff Goodacre from Glasgow, Kansas in the 21G, your row at number 1. 19XX, it's Brandon Spanger from Creighton, Nebraska on the inside of row 2. Zach Craig, the 38C. He'll line up to the outside from Cuba, Kansas. The Trevinator from Belleville, the 11 of Trevin Fry, lines up inside of row number 3 and outside. Your track champion this season out of Collier, Kansas, the 14W of Blaine Walt. CJ Faunensteel, the 4 out of Waukene, and from Altoona, Iowa, it's the CB25 of Chris Burke. So we are getting set here. Heat number 5 of 6 here for the Sport Mods. Going to hit the racetrack. Lights are going to go out atop the BOS Motorsports flag stand as they come on by. Lights are out. 8 more laps here for Heat 5 of 6 for the Waltz Repair Machine IMCA Sport Mods. Green flag is up in the air. Here we go. Heat 5 goes down the front straightaway. Brandon Spanger jumps on it immediately down to the inside. He'll slide it across the nose of Nathan Chaput and Jeff Goodacre. To the outside they go. Here comes the 11 of Trevin Fry. Little Fry man down to the inside, down the front straightaway. He's got a challenge, though, as the multi-time track champion here at the RPM. Pretty much here in Kansas from Hayes on west. Blaine Walt as he moved up into the second spot. Walt last year reached the 100 career victories. Around goes Zach Craig there in the 38C. Keeps it rolling. We stay green. Going to rejoin the field. Brandon Spanger, though, your race leader down the back straightaway. A good showing for him a year ago as Spanger rounded out the podium last year with a third place finish. Walt, your runner-up. Robbie Tome, your champion of the Fall Nationals a year ago. Spanger still your race leader. We'll see where they go on the stopwatch this time across the start-finish line. Spanger is the fastest car out on the racetrack, a 19.307 to a 19.722. Spanger and Walt, the only 2 drivers in the 19-second bracket. Trevin Fry, Chris Burke, and Nathan Chaput, the top 5. Across the line they go. Everybody's strung out single file around the 3/8 mile that is the legendary RPM Speedway. Lap traffic might be a factor for Brandon Spanger before this one is done, as it's 2 more laps to go. It's got Zach Craig to deal with there, as Craig again spun her around in turn number 4, got it going, but is well behind the 8 ball here as white flag getting ready to wave in the breeze. Spanger across the line, 1 more lap to go here in heat number 5. And a couple cars going to go around. You've got the 21G of Jeff Goodacre back here going to get to the infield, get it going, because here come the race leaders. We're still green as checkered flag will fly for the 19XX of Brandon Spanger. Your winner, the 19XX Brandon Spanger of heat number 5. Blaine Walt, the 14W, goes second. Third will be the CV25, Chris Burke. The 11, Trevin Fry, goes fourth. And 58C of Nathan Chaput going to round out the top 5. Final heat of your Sport Mods, getting ready to hit the racetrack. Heat number 6 for the Waltz Repair and Machine IMCA Sport Mods. Preston Donovan, the 48 out of McCook, Nebraska, lines up on the pole. And from Hebron, Nebraska, it's Jordan Wynn in the 02J. Billy Vodka in the V8 from Hebron, Nebraska. And from Lebanon, Kansas, it's Jason Nelson in the 74N. From Binkelman, Nebraska, the 14A of Austin Johnson lines up inside run number 3. And outside from Belleville, Kansas, the 5S of Sterling Judy. Landon Plummer, the rookie out of Oakley, Kansas, the 11L, and Colton Gum out of Hugoton in the 8G. Lights are out, green flag, 8 trips around. Final heat for the IMCA Sport Mods. Across the line they go in a fantastic restart here for Preston Donovan. He is on the gas and ready to go. Jordan Wynn in that second spot. They'll go side by side, back behind him for third and fourth. And hold on to it. Some synchronized spinning. The Rugged Radio's caution flag going to flutter. Sterling Judy doing some nice spinning to avoid any of the extracurriculars there, as the V8 of Billy Vodka going to go for the spin cycle to initiate the whole tumbler cycle. Lights are out. Getting ready to try this again, as we will re-rack them, restack them, as did not get a official first lap in the books. 48 of Preston Donovan in the 02J of Jordan Wynn. 14A of Austin Johnson. The 74 in of Jason Nelson. Green flag going to go up in the air. Across the BOS Motorsports finish line they go. Down through 3 and 4 they go. And once again, Preston Donovan really nailing that restart. He will lead the lap. The 02J of Nelson, actually Jordan Wynn, going to take that second spot at the line. Austin Johnson, a nice rebound up into the third spot. Here comes Landon Plummer to the inside of Jason Nelson trying to take that spot away. So far it has been Preston Donovan rocketing away, almost 2-second advantage back to Jordan Wynn. Then you've got Austin Johnson and Landon Plummer. They're battling it out for third and fourth. Jason Nelson back to the 5th spot. Sterling Judy, Colton Gum, and Billy Vodka. Down the front stretch, still being led here tonight by the 48 of Donovan. A nice, good battle back here is Austin Johnson out of St. Francis. He won a couple years ago. Just started racing not that long ago. Won the Econo Track Championship over the Sherman County Speedway. Jumped up into a sport mod. I believe this is either his second or third year behind the wheel of that sport mod. He is starting to get the hang of it. Doesn't get to race all that often. Check on here is not many nights for the 14A. Just 2 more laps to go this time as Johnson still trying to get to the inside of Jordan Wynn. He'll get it done there, so Johnson will officially take over that second spot at the line. So this is Johnson's 10th race of the season. White flag will fly. 1 more lap to go for Mr. Donovan there in the 48th. Down the back straightaway. Preston off into turn number 3 and 4. Donovan going to win the final heat here for your Sport Mods. Austin Johnson, Jordan Wynn, Landon Plummer, and Colton Gum. But again, it's going to be the 48 of Preston Donovan picking up the checkered flag here in heat number 6. So it looks like got some water truck movement back there in its staging area.